Scripture says we entertained angels unknowingly we entertain angels. But angels have a primary job, and their job is to bring messages. This particular messenger was a high-ranking angel. He's actually known as one of the two biblical archangels. Some argue that Lucifer was an archangel before his fall from the heaven and before he was known as Satan or the devil. Archangels are high-ranking angels. Gabriel means the strong one or the hero of God. Archangels are known for their spiritual warfare. In Jude 9, we see the other archangel, Michael, contending with the devil or Lucifer over the body of Moses. In 1 Thessalonians 4:16, theologians believe when Jesus is returning, it says a command with the voice of an archangel will sound the trumpet of God. Theologians believe that Gabriel will be the one that declares the coming of Jesus, just like he did to Zechariah and he did to Mary and Joseph. Gabriel is one of the ministering angels sent to minister to individuals. His message was they would be heirs of salvation. His messages were messages of mercy, grace, and love. He was not a minister of wrath or vengeance, but of God's favor. Someone say favor. Gabriel in rabbinical traditions or in Hebrew leaders' traditions identify Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael as three angels that visited Abraham. This is not scriptural, this is Hebrew tradition. They identify Gabriel as the one who destroyed Sodom and Gabriel as the prince of fire who cooled down the fire for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Here's what we do know, is that he brought his message to Daniel, to Zechariah, to Mary, and to Joseph. And what was his message? Gabriel's message is they would go in Dunamis. Luke 1:17, and John the Baptist will go before the Lord, look at this, with the spirit and power of Elijah. Here's what he said, your son will go with dunamis power. Here's what will happen. He will turn the hearts of fathers to the children and the disobedient to the wise and the just, and he will make ready the people of the Lord. What happens when you go in dunamis? According to scripture, you will experience joy. Someone say joy. Luke 1:14 says this, and you will have joy and gladness, and many will rejoice at his birth, for he will be great before the Lord. Some of you may ask, Pastor, are you 100% sure about all this dunamis stuff? It's a little late in the year to be asking, but I'm happy to answer. You know what's wild? Even great men of God questioned messages from God. That was Zechariah's response when the angel Gabriel came to him and said, you will go in dunamis. Here's what he said. He probably connected with God through learning. He said, how could this be? My wife is old. I don't see how this is gonna happen in the natural. And I love this. This is so powerful. If I could have Kelly come join me on the piano. Here's what he said. How could this be? Look at verse 19 of Luke 1. The angel answered him. This is so important today. I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God. And I was sent to speak to you, to bring you good news. I love this. Watch. Gabriel is an archangel. He's one of the most high-ranking, most powerful angels. And he did not say to Zechariah, man, you're a bad pastor. How do you not know who I am? How do you not recognize the spiritual authority on my life? Do you not know that I'm an archangel? Did you not graduate Bible college? How do you not understand the significance of this moment? Have you not been praying for this? Watch. He did not give his credentials. He did not give his resume. Here's what he said justifies what he spoke. He simply said this: I stand in the presence of God. His justification for trusting him with this prophetic word was, I stand in the presence of God. Church, we started this year out in January talking about when you come into the presence of God, Dunamis begins to strengthen and fortify you. It goes from resting on you to abiding in you. And we're concluding this year by declaring the presence of God, watch, is what gives you authority to go in Dunamis.